Hi friends! Today we're going to make a card that helps you use up old designer series paper. And it's going to look something like this. I did see a card that someone else had done on the internet and it reminded me I haven't done a card like this for a while, so I did this one up. So I'll show you what I used. For the card base I use mossy meadow. So it's just your regular card base. On the inside I have a piece of whisper white that measures 5 by 3 3/4. And on the front of the card, before the DSP, the designer series paper, there will be a piece of whisper white that measures 5 1/4 by 4. And then what you need are 2 pieces of designer series paper and 1 piece of cardstock. This is rich razzleberry, and those 3 pieces need to measure 5 by 3 3/4. So now I'm going to get the cutter and show you how I slice it up. There's no real magical way to this. The idea is, though, that you're going to cut all 3 pieces the same way, making 4 cuts. And in that way, they will all fit in for you on your card. And you will be able to make 3 cards, I guess. So you're just going to stick it in, and I'm just going to put it on an angle like this. Let me move it down a bit here so you can see. And I'm just going to give that a slice. I put all 3 in at the same time. You don't have to. Depends on your cutter whether you can do that or not. My cutter didn't actually cut through all 3 of them, so I had to cut one separately. I'm going to show you how to cut it up the rest of the way with only 2 at a time, which will be good because then you can see how I do that. Get the third one to be the same. So you've cut once. Now you're going to take one side, and I'm only using 2 at the same time, and then you just slip it back in, and I'm going to make a cut here. To make sure I have my rich razzleberry piece cut the same way, I'm just going to slip it underneath one of the pieces of the designer series paper and then cut along the edge there. So that one's done. That side is completely done. Now the other side, and it's good if you cut it in different places because it just makes it more interesting. So I'm going to cut this one here. Okay, and get my rich razzleberry piece, line it up. And cut along that edge. After you've sliced it up, I recommend placing it out so that you see how all the puzzle pieces go together. It'll help you with your placement onto your whisper white cardstock. I'm going to change up the pattern this time on the front of this card. I'm going to start with the left top corner, and I'm going to use this piece. So I'm just going to glue it right in there. And I'm going to leave just a small little piece around the edge, a piece of the white cardstock around the edge. And then over here I'm going to put a piece of the rich razzleberry cardstock. And then this bottom left will be another piece of the rich razzleberry. So you just find the matching piece that goes there. And then the bottom right will be this one. So that's what that one looks like compared to the other card front. And then I'm going to cut out one of the butterflies. This one is from the Butterflies Thinlits, and I'm just going to cut it out in Whisper White. And I kind of already did that. So it's just sitting on top of that one. And I'm going to place it in a different spot. I think I'm going to put it here. You can use glue dots, or you can use the new fine tip glue pen. That's what I'm going to use for this one. It's always good to remember that you have to put this pin back inside the hole to keep the glue from sticking. You want to keep the bottle upright, and as soon as you're finished gluing, put the top back on. So I'm just going to put a little bit along the middle of the butterfly and into the wings, but not all the way across, so that the wings are more free-flowing. I'm just going to place it right here. Now I'm going to show you how to do the sentiment on the front. I made it from 2 different sets. Perfectly Wrapped and from Awesomely Artistic, which is a gorgeous set. You need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that measures 3 inches by 2.5. So with this stamp from the Perfectly Wrapped set, I'm going to stamp with rich razzleberry ink. Now for the inside, I'm going to start with the Clearmount Friend stamp from Awesomely Artistic, and I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow ink. I'm going to place it down near the bottom part of the circle. And I'm going to use the For You stamp from the other set. And because it's the photopolymer, I can easily place it exactly where I want it to be above Friend. Then I'm going to take the 2-inch circle punch and punch that out. And I just mounted it with dimensionals right on there. And I used dimensionals on the Whisper White on top of the Mossy Meadow base. And that's what the card looks like. So I will give you more information underneath the video. And if you have any questions, please let me know send me an email and I will be happy to answer your questions. That's all for now. May you stamp with Bev every day.